Singasabanika ama-orange wethu nama-banana wethu zuku. Abanakudla labantu baphila ngathi. UN Combat Parks must find alternative economies. The war is coming. Whether you postpone it, whether you go to White House or not, they went to White House, the SGs, the presidents, everyone else. Donald Trump cartooned them there because they're racist moron. Our president was made to explain some video of some leader of the opposition. But Mr. Kenya, our president, will explain to another president. A president of the country explaining himself to another president of another country. Ubugwala bungaka. Ubugwala lobo. Ministers take our taxpayers' money. They take flights, they book hotels to go to the USA to explain themselves.
Okay. I'm about to play this video, guys. Okay, I'm about to play the extended, version of the video. Okay, I'm about to give you guys the extended version of that video. Yeah, this young man is drunk. He's drunk and he's sweating. You're gonna see he's sweating and he's drunk and he's expressing himself. That guy, that Colin Malaki, president of the ANC Youth League, he's expressing himself. Okay, he's expressing himself. Now, the reason why I'm saying he's drunk is because he has all the red flags of a drunk person. So I'm not saying he's drunk as a matter of fact. I'm saying he's drunk because he has all the red flags. Okay. So we are seeing all the red flags of a person who's drunk. He's referencing things that happened last year. So it's as if we are watching somebody crash out. It's as if we are watching somebody just express themselves. They are speaking their mind at a family function. So this was the lecture, one of Fikile Mbalula's lecture. Okay. It seemed like he gate crashed it. I think he gate crashed the lecture. I don't think he was supposed to talk. I think he gate crashed it. I think he gate crashed the lecture. And he went on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Now you guys know I don't take the ANC seriously. Right? I don't take the ANC seriously. I don't there's nobody from the ANC that I take seriously. Including the president, okay? I don't take these guys seriously. I think all of them should be in jail. I think the ANC, all of them should be in prison, including their president, okay? So I'm going to play this video. Guys, don't worry, you're going to get a chance. You're going to play this video. I'm not going to waste your time today, guys. I will not waste your time today. You guys will see this for yourselves. I will play the video. You will see this. He's going to talk. But the thing is, he's saying a lot of things that are just obvious. He's saying so many things that are obvious. He's just saying a lot of things that are obvious. He woke up and he realized that he's the president of the ANC Youth League. And he realized that the Youth League is actually useless, right? He realized that South Africans are fighting. We are no longer relying on politicians. These people don't represent us. The ANC doesn't represent the black people of South Africa. Okay. The ANC doesn't represent the black people of South Africa. The same way that the DA doesn't represent the white people of South Africa. Okay. These political parties work for foreigners, whether it's African foreigners or European foreigners. Otherwise, these political parties work for foreigners. Now, I'm going to play this video. Guys, remember, please, you come here to get exclusive content. I give you an exclusive analysis. Okay, you come here to get exclusive content. I give you an exclusive analysis. Nobody else is teaching you this. Nobody else is telling you this. Okay, nobody else is telling you what's happening in this country, the truth. You're not going to get the truth anywhere else. You get the truth from me. I tell you about South Africa, the country. I give you statistics. I give you the numbers. Okay. Make it a point that you like this video, please. Before we continue, make it a point that you like this video and you click on the notification bell. Click on that bell, click on that bell, click on that bell. Welcome to South Africa Will Succeed. My name is Siyako-san. Okay. Welcome to South Africa Will Succeed. My name is Siyako-san. Okay. Now, as I said, I'm going to play this video just now. Okay, I'm gonna play just now. You're gonna see it. As I said, I don't believe in the ANC. I don't take them seriously. I want each and every one of them to go to prison. Okay. I want the ANC to go to prison. I am not influencing you guys. I'm not saying you must also hate them. I am not influencing you. I am speaking on behalf of myself based on everything these people have done to our country. I think these people are satanic. I think they are satanic. Everything Ramaphosa has done to South Africa, this man has borrowed against our tax. This man is sinking us. This man has borrowed 6 trillion rand. This man has borrowed 6 trillion rand so far in his first term. In his first term, Ramaphosa has borrowed 6 trillion rand. Do you guys understand what 1 trillion will do? Do you guys understand the value of 1 trillion? I'll put this in perspective for you. Okay? The value of 1 trillion rand is this. 1 trillion rand in Zimbabwe. If you could take 1 trillion rand and invest it in Zimbabwe, you could turn, with 1 trillion rand, you could turn Zimbabwe into centin. With 1 trillion rand, you could turn Zimbabwe into centin with 1 trillion rand. 1 trillion could turn Zimbabwe into centin. Okay? That is the value of 1 trillion rand. 1 trillion rand, the value of 1 trillion rand is turning Zimbabwe into centin. With 1 trillion, you could turn Zimbabwe into centin. Okay? Do you guys understand? Ramaphosa has borrowed 6 trillion rand in his first term and gave it to the Reserve Bank, the British Mafia, the Afrikaner Mafia, his employers, and gave it to the Rupert's family, his employers. The real president of South Africa is Johan Rupert, by the way. The real president of South Africa is Johan Rupert. That's just a fact. That is a fact. That is a fact of a fact of a fact. Ramaphosa works for Johan Rupert. Ramaphosa goes around the world borrowing money, crowdfunding. Remember I told you, that G20 summit was just crowdfunding. It was just crowdfunding. It's them borrowing money from all these people. It's crowdfunding. The G20 summit was just a crowdfunding event. Selling South Africa, selling our mines. They're selling our resources to these people. This is why he had to do that thing of land expropriation without compensation before the G20 summit. Okay. He had to do land expropriation without compensation before the G20 summit. They did it. They expropriated certain land. They sold land that they don't own. They sold land that they don't own. They sold land that belongs to us. They sold our natural resources and they borrowed against them. They borrowed against the mines. They borrowed against SARS. All of this 6 trillion rand, you are paying for it. Every time you buy petrol, every time you buy bread, you are paying for it. Every time you spend your money in South Africa, our food is overpriced, by the way. Our food is overpriced because of this. Petrol, everything in South Africa. You can't afford a new car in South Africa. None of you can afford a car today. Today, none of you, listen, I know that none of you can afford a car today. You are listening to me. I'm telling you right now, I don't know you, but I know that you can't afford a car, a brand new car, you can't afford it. Okay. This is why the inflation is sky high in South Africa because of this. Ramaphosa keeps borrowing money that SARS has to pay. And SARS puts pressure on these companies, and these companies put pressure on us, the consumers. So the consumers are going to pay this money that Ramaphosa keeps borrowing. That's just a fact. That is a fact. That's how countries run, guys. By the way, nobody has ever done this in the history of life. In the history of running a country, nobody has ever borrowed 6 trillion in his first term. Nobody. 6 trillion rand could turn South Africa into Dubai. This money could turn this country into Dubai. So how is it that this man has been borrowing 6 trillion rand in his first term and South Africa looks like this? Look at how our country looks like. Look at the unemployment. Look at this country. The roads. And now they're saying there's no water. Look at this. Where is this 6 trillion rand that we are paying? So for me, I want to see each and everyone go. I want to see these people go to jail, guys. The poverty level, remember, I was the only one. Guys, nobody else will tell you this. You come here to get exclusive content. I was the only one who was telling you that the poverty levels in South Africa are almost at 70%. The same way that I'm the only one who told you that in the foreigner number in South Africa, there are 30 million African foreigners in South Africa. 30 million. The number is 30 million. And they're still disputing it. Even when the border people have realized that, oh, it's 10 million people per week. The Border Management Authority said this. The Border Management Authority says, hey, we are almost at 20 million people since this year has started. They said it. They said they're almost at 20 million people since this year has started. No, Stats SA is not going to say this. Census and all of, they're not going to say this. So you come here to get the truth, guys. Okay, you come here to get the truth. You come to this channel to get the truth. Okay, I want to see each and every one of them arrested. Guys, listen, we will bring back the electric chair and the death penalty. I want to see the ANC getting arrested. I want them to. I want to see Gwedemontashe in an electric chair. Ramaphosa in an electric chair. I want to see each and every one of them in an electric chair. Balula, all of them. Gwedem Balula, all of them. I want to see them in an electric chair. We need to put this back. Listen to me. Listen, look at this.
Again. That's enough, Sergeant. Again. Again. That's enough, Sergeant. Again.
I want to. It's gonna come back. Just watch. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. I will bring it back. Okay, I will bring it back. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna play this video. Watch this. I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna leave you guys. Okay, I'm gonna play this guy and I'm gonna leave. Okay, cheers, guys.
Today is a very important day. The SG of the ANC will deliver a Peter Mukaba lecture. I will not be delivering the lecture to be delivered by the SG. But we felt that before we start with the delivery, we clarify and put our demands forward towards the General 8 statement that the President is going to deliver tomorrow. Because, comrades, we are not going to allow a President to deliver a General 8 statement that does not have youth interest inside. And we are officially declaring, and we know he will declare, like how Oliver Tambo declared when there was a crisis in South Africa. We are officially declaring that this year is the year of the youth. This year is the year of the youth. The same way Oliver Tambo, when he declared that the youth must declare the country ungovernable, when there was a need for us to put the people's government, this year is the same as the year when Oliver Tambo declared it, because youth unemployment is a disaster in this country. We can't have a disaster, and the president of the ANC does not declare that the year of the youth is to resolve a disaster called unemployment. Now, President, former SG of the Youth League, we know that you contributed to the writing of the declaring the year, because every year the president must declare a year. If there's an amendment on it, the amendment must happen urgently, because the delivery has not yet happened. Now it's not too late to declare this year the year of the youth. Comrades, the youth of South Africa is dispositioned from the economic activities of their own country. We can no longer explain why over 30 years later, the face of poverty in this country is still black and the face of wealth is still white. We can no longer explain why our people are still squeezed in squatter camps while minorities own over 80% of the land of this country. We can no longer explain why the face of prisons, the face of crime, the face of poverty, the face of gender-based violence, the face of corruption, the face of lack of service delivery is still black in South Africa. Our people will not understand anymore. They've responded. They've given us 40% of their support and gave 60% to all different political parties that don't represent the interest of our people. And the moment the people lose respect and trust in you, they can do anything. They can even elect a monkey to spite you. National Congress to do its best to resolve their socio-economic problems. South Africans, SG, when we own Comrade Peter Mkaba, we have been doing door-to-door everywhere here with NEC members. They are tired of lazy councillors. They are tired of lazy mayors. They are tired of lazy officials. They are tired of lazy premiers. They are tired of lazy MECs. They are tired of lazy ministers. They are tired of laziness. They want service delivery to happen. They want their lives to change. And that cannot happen if there is no decisive leadership. If you go to a ward, Comrade Stella, the leader of local government intervention, you go to a municipality here in the Northwest, they tell you the municipality has collapsed. What more research do you want for you to change the municipality around? Fire the mayor, fire the troika, fire administrators, recruit afresh. Must our people die first for you to see that they are starving in poverty, there is no service delivery? Why are these mayors still using the resources of the state, running around doing corrupt things at the expense of our people and collapsing our municipalities, stealing from the poor? Every day, when you send departments to intervene, they ask them first, where is the budget? Because they want to eat the money. Nako ya magodu le dikatse e fedile. No pula ya ka le ska fela pelo. E kana eskhale. We can't go to local government elections, Comrade SG, with lazy councillors. We have proven to you in Ward 21. We deployed Muchapalo in Ward 21. Even the president agrees that is the best. The best run ward here in the Northwest is run by a young person. What more evidence do you need when we tell you that retired pensioners give responsibility to the youth to protect their own future? You know, Comrade SG, there are some councillors here. They can walk into a shopping center in their own ward, walk from one door to the other without anyone greeting them because no one knows them. Councillor Itamahe ibe fetche molo ishope ibe ye haye usina le mutho omuwana mudumedishango ora kisha matata. Now who are these councillors leading? Because when you are saying that you are the parliament of the people, you mean that every day you must resolve socio-economic problems of the people. When people see you, must see you as a person who can resolve their problem, not a problem. They must not see an illegal miner when they see you as the leader of the ANC. They must not see a foreign person who hijack projects when they see you. They must see a person who can resolve problems every day in their own words. You will like a councillor because there are local government elections. As you want to fail about to fang. Another thing we must address, SG, is an animal that I don't speak about. Is corruption and laziness of administrators, municipal managers. Municipal managers, they are both mayors, they are municipal managers, they are MMCs, they are law unto themselves. The ANC is painted of corruption. The real corrupt people are those who are not members of the ANC or municipal managers who steal from the poor every day, who undermine deployed comrades in government. And when we deploy again, SG, don't deploy mayors who can even open laptops. How to expect a person who can read and write to hold a CFO and a municipal manager also a degree accountable? We need to deploy the best. And we can assure you, SG, the ANC Youth League has got the best educated young people who can take charge of this country. When we are saying deploy the youth, we are not saying deploy uneducated youth. Uneducated youth, we've got spaces for them also. But in responsibilities that are high, we are going to send you the best educated young people who have the interest of South Africa at heart. SG, the structure of the economy, the way it's structured, it is not sustainable. We can't say everything is all right when minorities control 90% of the economy, while 90% of the people of South Africa are dispossessed from land and everything else. It can't be right, SG, that all our raw materials and critical minerals are exported as raw as they are to go and build industries and create jobs where there's no raw materials. It can't be right that the Northwest, the richest province called the Northwest, is one of the highest unemployment rates in South Africa. How does a province of platinum have unemployment? If anyone can explain, how does a rich province like the Northwest has unemployment? It is because, SG, the mine owners at first, they employ foreigners. When they are done, they employ illegal foreigners, because they want to exploit them, because they know that South Africans will stand up for their right and want to be paid according to their work. We're saying, SG, the issue of illegal foreigners, it is no longer a joke. It's an urgent matter that we must resolve because it's a security matter. We can't have illegal foreigners working in South Africa while the youth of South Africa is unemployed. We can't have foreigners working in South Africa while the youth and the women of South Africa are unemployed. You must first employ the people of your country. When you are done, now that they are all working and active in the economy, you look for others elsewhere to come and work because all your people are active in their own economy. It is not right, SG, that Monday to Monday, our township is a holiday. The youth have nothing to do Monday. We're saying, SG, introduce export quotas to respond to your resolutions of the ANC of industrialization of the economy. We need to industrialize the economy. The secondary economy must be create enough job and economic activities for the youth of this country. We're saying the minerals must not of minerals moving from the soil to the sea must end. The minerals must move from the soil to the factory to revive our secondary economy to create employment for the youth. We're giving you solutions. Our factories can be turned into informal settlement and churches. They must be utilized to create employment for the youth, utilizing our raw material within our soil. And SG, the last matter, which is the solution we're giving you, is the issue of economic corridors. It's another resolution of the ANC that is not implemented. We're saying, SG, from high school to TVET college, every province must have compulsory courses and subjects that respond to the economic demand of their own area. In Mpumalanga, if they are strong on agriculture, every school in Mpumalanga must have agriculture as a compulsory subject. Agri-processing factories must not be influenced. Agri-processing factories must not be in Johannesburg. They must be in Mpumalanga. So the youth of Mpumalanga, when they are done in high school and they go to a TVET college nearby learning agriculture, they move there immediately to go and run the factories in that area. They don't have to migrate to Johannesburg for opportunities. If Northwest is popular of mining, every young person in the Northwest must know how to mine and went to school to learn to that. We must reskill the youth to respond to their own economic demand of their own country. What is the use of having 70% of people in the country? All of them are business managers, but in their homes there's no businesses. Everyone is a graduate of business management. Now there's a new one now called public management. Every politician that is graduating on public management. The former SG of the Youth League Congress in Google said, maybe we need an engineer to lead the country, or we need a scientist in the future, because it can't be that everyone is a public management person. We must reskill ourselves to respond to the economic demand of our own country, so that we are clear drivers of the economy. How are we going to fight Donald Trump when even our own economy is not secured? Imperialism in the world is gaining confidence. Right-wingers in this country, through Afro-Forum, are still running the economy of the country. That's why they are arrogant. That's why they can go to the USA and misrepresent South Africa and nothing happens to them. Even today, no one can explain to me why Afro-Forum it is not banned as an organization in this country. How do people leave the country and misrepresent South Africa? They go to the USA. They don't tell that moron Donald Trump that the economy of the country is still run by them. The farms are run by them. The shops are run by them. The factories are run by them. They tell Donald Trump that white Afrikaners are killed in South Africa. Then Donald Trump says to them, bring them here in exile. They go around taking carcats. You know those carcats in Pinoni, these small towns. Those old, white, poor Afrikaners, they take them to the USA. When he arrives there, Donald Trump realizes that, but these people are not farmers. Because the real farmers who are Afrikaners still run the farms in South Africa. They will never leave their farms here in South Africa and go to the USA to be hobos. Auna skoma na kotsa maya mo a shedi orange ai mo a lo ba hobo go USA ba tsere di hobo mo ba di sha go USA ba re ke Afrikaners. That is a proper kidnapping, the same kidnapping that Jacob Zuma and his child did and taking poor people to Russia to be killed. There is no difference between what MK party did and what Afroforum did. They took advantage of poor people in this country and deported them to countries to be slaves. This country, 30 years later, Afroforum is still an organization that controls the economy of this country. They even take the money that they've stolen to build a racist university for only Afrikaners at the expense of our people. They stole the land, they stole the mines, they exploited our people. They take the same money in our own country to go and build a university that is only set aside for white people. Looks like SG, this thing of nation building, were on it alone. We need to unite South Africa. When we're saying that we're uniting, we're saying that even the economy must reflect the demographics of the country. It can be unity on magazines of racial unity. Racism still happens in our economic paradox. The economy of this country is highly racialized to benefit those who benefit from apartheid. Now, what kind of a unity is that where majority of people are poor, minorities are rich? Now, we're saying SG, that is a radical shift you want. That is why SG, when racist right-wingers, led by a moron called Donald Trump, who threaten policies that must address the injustice of the past created by apartheid, the one that's scraping of triple PE, the one that's scraping of affirmative action, was saying SG, we will never agree to the scraping of policies that benefit majority of South Africans. We are ready to defend the policies of the ANC with our blood. We will never surrender this country. There are people like Oliver Tambo who have never seen this democracy. There are people like Chrisane who were killed, who have never seen this democracy. We are not a generation of cowards who's going to surrender this country to a racist Donald Trump who wants to control our policies. The day, SG, we surrender this country, we must just do a simple thing. Remove the flag of South Africa and put the flag of the USA because we'll be recognized. That flag of South Africa was fought for. That's why, SG, before end of February, we are going to go to the Constitutional Hill to defend the gains of freedom. We are going to mobilize all the youth, women, everyone else in South Africa to show Donald Trump that the ANC is the only parliament of the people. And the policies the ANC are pushing, they're pushing policies in the interest of the people of South Africa. Does not represent this jacket, it represents the people of South Africa. If Donald Trump wants to take this country, he must first kill us. We are not going to ulp. The day the ANC surrenders to imperialism is the day we must close the ANC. We can't have an ANC that is not on the side of justice and the people of the world. The ANC, it is not formed to be an NGO. It is formed to resolve social issues of the world. It is formed for justice. It is formed to protect humankind. It is formed to protect the rights of the people. It is the only platform of the voiceless. Whether you're in Palestine, whether in Venezuela, whether you're anywhere else, anywhere where there's injustice, the ANC fights for justice. Now, the only economic war we must do now, SG, because we must starve that USA. Comrade Zuko, kasivale le gap eziphumayo nama-minerals eziwe USA, nokudla okuphumayo kuyo-USA. Let's find alternative economies to trade with, because whether you like it or not, the USA is coming here for war. Now, when you fight Comrade Zuko, you fight with what they have. They have weapons, we have what they need. We must starve them. Singasabanika ama-orange wethu nama-banana wethu Zuku. Abanakudla labantu baphila ngathi. UN combat pacts must find alternative economies. The war is coming. Whether you postpone it, whether you go to White House or not, they went to White House, the SGs and the presidents, everyone else. Donald Trump cartooned them there because he's a racist moron. Our president was made to explain some video of some leader of the opposition. But missing our power president, we explain to another president. A president of the country explaining himself to another president of another country. Ubugwala obungaka. Ubugwala lobo. Ministers take our taxpayers' money. They take flights, they book hotels to go to the USA to explain themselves. Everyone who went to the USA must pay back that money. I'm sure they've even traveled business class. They must pay back the money of South Africans. We need that money to build schools. We need that money to build universities. We can't have a small budget. On top of the small budget, Bozuko, budget flight to the USA to explain themselves to a racist moron called Donald Trump. Mokete wa dikatse le dikatse nyana o fedile. This ANC clique is going to hold everyone accountable. SG, as I conclude to give you a space to give a lecture, but the Lion of the North was fearless. We have two options. It's either you request the national chair of the ANC to come and explain himself in public, or the ANC explains itself in public. Failure two. Both the national chair and the SG of the ANC will not find peace from the ANC clique until they apologize for reckless statements. Kuzamele mchuchisi. And tomorrow, because the ANC leadership, they're saying they don't believe that is unemployment. We're saying that before the president addresses tomorrow, we must all take our CVs to the stage to show the president that we're unemployed. The president must never address the January 8 until he receives all the CVs of young people who are unemployed here. We requested the president to declare unemployment a disaster. Tomorrow, SG will be wearing our Youth League t-shirts, charging to the stage, led by myself as the president of the Youth League, to submit CVs of the youth of this country. Because no one can explain why the ANC has not said anything when society was told that the youth is lazy, they can't do that, they can't apply there for jobs, they're not doing anything, they're sitting at home enjoying poverty. The ANC must explain why it took them 2 weeks for them to address that urgent matter. Now tomorrow, Comrade SG, we are coming with our CVs to the stage to submit to the African National Congress. And SG was saying, we don't want ministers and deputy ministers and mayors to tell us what they think. We want them to think what the ANC thinks. They must implement resolutions of the African National Congress. We don't want their brains. The ANC has already deployed them and gave them a program of action. Their job is to implement the program of action. And we believe that if the resolutions of the ANC are all implemented, there will be no need for us to do door-to-door, because those resolutions are so beautiful, they can resolve all problems of this country. Inzima lendlela. Inzima lendlela.